Hola, bona. First race of the season. Welcome to my underground car park. Just thought I'd try something different, you know. So in this video, you are going to get a sneak peek of my new Argon 18 gravel bike and then the current dark matter, which is behind me here. Now, I haven't got it all totally dialed to what I want because of the Spanish delivery drivers cracked me and nothing really arrived. So I've got my MV wheels on there, but I was unable to get my MV bar and stem onto the bike in time for my race last weekend, which is also what you will see in this video. You will see me taking on my first gravel race of 2025. And wow, quite frankly, I'm just glad it's done. We joke, we call it the Girona World Champs because it is La Santa Vall, which 2 years ago I did, and it was a local race in Girona. And now everyone rocks up and it was carnage. Super fun. I think I'm in a good place and it was good to test the legs, but I'm also glad that it's done. But the bike did me proud. My new kit, if you didn't see it on Instagram, you'll see it in this video. Hope you like it. Comment below if you do. This is the Argon 18 Dark Matter, and you'll see the Argon 18 prototype that I have been testing. And that's all I am going to tell you. Enjoy the vid. This is the new Argon 18 gravel bike. Yes, I've got Poggy World Champ stickers on. I don't really know why, but if I get poggy legs, don't really care. Can I tell you that? Now we know us athletes love to talk about power and look at our numbers post-race. Well, this year I am using the Asioma pedals by Favero Electronics. They are super durable, the lightest pedal power meter on the market. Look at the size of that jockey wheel. So Ceramic Speed have just released this week. This is the new Red Explore Ceramic Speed oversized pulley wheel, and I've got it and I raced it this weekend and it feels outrageous. Don't even think Dylan Johnson's got it on his bike, so I win, Dylan, haha. This is a 42 chain set on the front because 42 is what you need, and everyone that runs a 48, you're just blowing your legs off and I think you're silly. Fuck's sake. That's my personal opinion. And on the back, I have got 13 speed, 46, 10, so I can still sprint, although I messed up my sprint. I'm just doing some testing on it, which is why it's all stealthed out. There are road bars that I will be putting on the bike eventually. So I ran the Cinturato Gravel RC tyres in a 45 for this weekend. The Girona Gravel is pretty chunky, but these tyres did a pretty damn good job. This is the current Argon 18 Dark Matter, which I have built up to a similar spec to what I am currently racing on the prototype, but obviously the delivery driver has not arrived, which is why I have zero MV stuff on there at the moment. I will be using this bike a lot more further down the line, but just because I had a race initially, I needed to get on the prototype and give some testing so that I could give some feedback ASAP. Quite like recording in a car park, gives it that edgy feel, like Top Gear vibes in the car park, you know. So obviously I can't give you a full detailed breakdown because Spanish delivery have just, you know, been tragic with my MV stuff. This has my last year's sponsors, who are also great, you know, nothing against Hunt, but just moving on. Starting fresh with everything this year. So this bike will eventually have my MVs on it. I probably can't give you too much info on the other Argon 18 gravel bike. All I can say is it's very nice, very fast, and it did a blimmin' good job at the weekend. First race of the year, La Santa Vall, Girona, 2 days, day 1, 80k. I'm eating rice. I'm not gonna get food poisoning this time because I cooked it properly. It's early, 6 AM. The race starts in 2 hours, up any earlier. So if anyone's going to comment like, you should be having rice 4 hours before, I'm having it 2 hours before. I'm not just part of Castelli, I'm part of the cabal. Cabal is a group of people all sharing the same thing that they love and doing it well, but having fun whilst doing it. Follow Castelli Cabal. This is my race jersey. I'll be getting some more for tracker, but this is what I will start the year racing in. That says Straubs. I want to put bladder in, proven to be more aero, so I won't be missed in the peloton today. Just firing up the gluteos. No doubt it'll be full gas. Quite hard, this. Part hair, part legs. Don't want socks falling down. It's not a good look. Booyakasha. Do Ali G, but that failed. What does he do? Booyakasha. Right, should we just go? Shit, it's racing time. Let's come to... I don't know what to say next. It's still dark. This is offensive. First race of the season in the dark. First crash of the year. It's a little race recap for you all. Day one, straight up, huge climb. Probably about, I don't know, 5-minute effort, full gas. Women's field started at 8 AM, by the way. So you're just about waking up. So that was fun, but I was really happy with how I was climbing. Probably on day one, I think I just didn't back myself a little bit in this one section. I fell off from the front, I think it was the front 6 girls. In hindsight, I look back and I'm like, yeah, it was just little errors on my fault. Positioning into the first descent, if I was a little bit further up, I wouldn't have been wasting as much energy. But then, yes, I was still in a good group. In that group, I had quite a bad get down. Met helmets came in very handy because I full on whacked my head. It was like, because it's been raining here in Girona. I swear every time there's a race in Girona it rains, but when it rains here, the floor just disappears. Like, it's all sand and mud, and so I've been reconning these courses because they're local, so I knew which lines to take, and we were coming to this section which I knew was really rutty. And in the group, we're kind of fighting a bit. I was trying to get around people on the descent, and then I just basically went a little bit too far to the right on this section, and I went straight into a ditch. I mean, well, a rut/ditch, but like straight Superman onto my head. I've got a dent on my helmet. Bike landed on top of me and I was in the ditch probably for about 40 seconds stuck under my bike whilst people were just flying past. And I get it, it's a race, so everyone just wants to get in front of them, in front of everyone, but I literally couldn't get up. And then I got up and I was a bit all over the place where I whacked my head. My bars were totally bent, so then I was trying to carry on for the rest of the race, putting my brakes funky. So not ideal, but I just got to the finish. Still think I was top 20, but for me, I was just really frustrated. I had to obviously be sensible, and my head was pretty sore at the end, so I went and got that checked up. But for me, I was just, more frustrated because the legs were coming alive, and I seemed to get better as the races go on. But that was day one. So good sensations, but then bad sensations. So we just write that one off. Good job we had day two. Day two started 8 AM again, and it was 5 degrees. Tragic, quite tragic. And what was even more tragic is I started in arm warmers, but because I have noodle arms, the arm warmers come down here. So in most of my photos, I've got arm warmer photos down here. Tragic, absolutely tragic.
Day two. Swanee cam.
2 was a better day. Again, it started a very hilly section. I was descending pretty good, so I was very happy. I was with the front group until like this pinch point where there was a group, I think it was about 10 of us, or a group of, maybe it was a group of 8, 10, and then we went to a single track section, and the single track section naturally like strings you out, but then it went out of the uphill single track, then onto another steep climb. I probably did a bit too much work going into the single track before it, so my legs were a bit like, calm down. But I found my own rhythm on the climb. I knew that on the descent there was potential I could catch some people up, so I just found my own rhythm and did in fact catch people up. And then it was like a group of 4 of us or 5 of us trying to catch the other 5. One was Annika, 6-time world mountain bike champ, insane. She was just having her own race, like absolutely mind-blowing. Annoyingly, I was in a group with the PAS team, 4 of them, so these teams that are coming to gravel, I mean, it's great, it's amazing to see, and they are all great people, but in race situations it's quite annoying. I probably was doing too much work than I should have. I tried to attack the group on the last little pinch point. We managed to close down on one of the riders up the front, and then to be honest, the last 1k, I just went to cry. I just totally messed up the last bit. You know, when you're just tired and then your adrenaline's going and you want to do it right, and then you're focusing so much on doing it right, you do it wrong. So I finished 12th outside the top 10, which is a bit annoying. But the positive is I was there, like the legs are there. Just need to back myself more. And more importantly, it's done. The first race that everyone talks about for months and months and months is done. So now I'm looking forward to cracking on, doing some more training, and then in about a month's time, I head to Belgium, good old Belgium, where the Gravel Worlds course was last year actually. So I'm going to go do a bit of a whack out there. Then I have, there's a new race called the Hills, which is part of the Gravel Earth series, and was actually on the Worlds course 2 years ago. So we'll be doing those 2, and then I'll be coming to America for Sea Otter, which I cannot wait for. I literally love that event. It's so, so good. But yeah, there's my little race recap. Next up, video-wise, probably do another day in the life or something if you enjoyed that. More vlogging, more chatting. Beautiful bike. Ceramic Speed, look out for their new SRAM red oversized pulley wheel system that dropped this week, everyone. It's crazy. Gravel is mental, actually. The Santa Vall at the weekend was mental. But I'm all about the community side of it as well, and there's plenty of those events as well. So don't get sucked into this. It's an elitist, pure bubble of just people racing hard. It's still very much inclusive. Everyone can do it, and I'm here for supporting that. Straubs on gravel.